Hello, welcome back. Hope you're all well. Just want to do a little update on Project Charlene, the Mower, and a little bit about the Westwood. Now, in the plans for, or the video for the plans of 2021, I did mention that I might build this into a racing mower. At the moment, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hold off at the moment. But one of the things is, if I turn it into a racing mower, I have to have it checked before you can start building it. And everything I do to this as a mud mower doesn't affect any of that them checks, so I can still do it in the future. But at the moment, I'm looking at the options, and I think that for me personally, the best option is to carry on as a mud mower. So there's a few things I need to do. Well, the first thing I want to say is actually, these videos are going to come up on a Tuesday. Now, I've mentioned a lot about dates lately when I started filming again after the new year. That's basically so that you know, if you look on a Wednesday and it hasn't come up, it's not going to be out that week. It's one way to make it easy for you, but it's really the way I plan things for later on. So there's an update coming in about 2 weeks' time, and it will explain all. So if you can watch the February update when it comes on, it'll explain it all, so I don't have to keep on about it. Yeah, so anyway, we'll turn this into the mud mower. I'm coming because I did this yesterday, or did a version of it yesterday, and my memory card went down. I think I've had a lot now with the editing stuff, but the memory card went down, so I've got a few notes what I made, yesterday, just to say to like what I've got to do to this and that. So like I say, it's not scripted, it's off the top of my head and just trying to remember what I've said and haven't said, and you know what I'm saying. So anyway, the plan is for this to turn it back into a mud mower. The Westwood we're going to be working on as well, and upgrading that because it's pretty standard, but you'll see the videos come from the Westwood, and yeah, it'll explain itself, I hope. Yeah, so all I've got to do to this really, well, apart from strip, I'm going to strip back down the chassis, start again, because there's a lot of things I want to alter. So first thing I'll do is get 3 tubes for the tyres. I've got 3 tyres without tubes in at the moment. It's actually sitting on 6-inch wheels at the moment because of that's just what I put in here to push them in. The other tyres are in, the mud tyres are in the shed. So that's why it's a bit low. It looks like I'm sitting really, really low. What else you've got to do to? Oh, I want to look the diff, and I've never looked at the diff on one of these. I've looked diffs on cars, but I've never done one of these since a long time ago. So I'm going to have a practice on the axle out of the fast eight, the old axle, because that's buggered. That's got a hole in the casing and water kits in, and it's locked the bearings. It's only locked the bearings out. I think the diff might be fine on it, and I believe it's the same diff. I'm not sure. I'll have a look when we take them apart. We'll have a look, I should say. Yes, I've got to look the diff on it. I'm just trying to see what I've written down. I've just scrolled a few things off the other bit of video what I did. Oh, the chassis. The chassis, well, I bodged it with the angle grinder, just cut a bit out. I want to try to do a neater job with the plasma cutter. It has been a year since I used the plasma cutter, so I'm hoping it's still working because it's damp and horrible in here. And it's been shoved over like on the bench for like say a year. So I'm hoping to make a neater job of that. And then the front axle, I'm thinking about putting the axle of the MTD on it because it's a cast axle, and a lot of people said they're a lot better. They take a lot more punishment. But I had a quick look just now, but it's snowing outside, so I can't really see. But it looks like the steering's better and everything, so I might be changing the steering over and everything to do. There's no problem, is it? It's just trying to get everything lined up. But let me know if you've changed your axle to cast front axle, and see if is it worth it, you know. I know it would probably look better. I don't know about, but I just wonder if it is better. This is only like a plate, a box. It's pretty crap actually. Well, it's not. You know, it's only meant for cutting grass, isn't it? So there's a few other things I've got to do. I've got to go and get a head gasket because that's last year the head gasket went, and because it's Saturday, I haven't bothered going to get one. I've just been lazy. They're only sort of half hour down the road and get one. So with lockdown, actually, I don't know if they're open even. So I might have to get it posted. But anyway, I'll get a head gasket. What else we got to do? Oh, we've got to build a nudge bar for this one and that one, and a rack for both of them. But I'm running low on metal, so that might have to wait. It's not important, is it? As soon as I'm going to change the seat on this, I'm going to have a suspension seat, like a tractor seat. But that's not important to get it up and running. The only thing another thing I've got to do, I should say, is I'm going to convert the drive belt to be the same size as the Westwood one. I was pointing, you can't see it, I don't think. No, I don't think you can see it. The camera's about a mile away, so the Westwood's in front of it. So I'm going to have the same drive belts for both machines, and the idea is that I only have to take spares basically for one machine, but either one can break down, you know, we've got the parts, and as long as one can, you've got one machine running to tow us out the woods or the lanes or wherever we are, that's fine to get us home. That's all that matters really, to be honest with you. But it's handy having the same drive belts and the same, well, obviously they've got the same engines, off different axles, but apart from that, I mean, I'm not going to carry a spare axle on me, am I? So, yeah, so that's basically what's happening with this. It's only a quick video, I'm afraid, because like I say, I've lost the other one. I want to get this loaded, I want to get this on tomorrow because it fits in with how I put the videos up. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of work to be done on this, a lot of work to be done on the Westwood, because the Westwood is pretty standard. Obviously it needs a diff locked, that needs a lot done to it. In fact, the steering on that is very similar, I believe, to the MTD, so that looks a lot better than what I've got on here, so I can serve it from here. But we'll be going over to Westwood, like I say, on a Tuesday, not every Tuesday, probably once a month, I reckon. You might get the odd one where you get two every month, but we've got so many things coming on the channel. You know, there's so much happening. I've got a new project coming on the weekend, so check that out. It's only a bit of fun. When I do a Saturday video, I'm going to do these little projects for some of the things I do around, you know, when I'm sitting around here with my fingers up my back, so with nothing to do. I'll do some little projects, and I've got one on the bench behind you. You'll see this weekend, hopefully, if all goes well. Anyway, take it easy. Remember, it's okay not to be okay, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.